My patients call me Dr. Tam, but I was first introduced into dentistry by my dad. He's a dentist, and so are my uncles and cousins. I'm actually the 10th dentist in my family. And I was introduced to it through my dad, and I had an opportunity to attend Tennessee State and Howard University College of Dentistry. And from there, I realized my love for children really was like my interest in the field of dentistry. And I went on to specialize in pediatrics at UAB. And then from there, I made it to the Atlanta area. I'm a Georgia native, but I'm originally from Valdosta, but wanted to make Atlanta my home and build a community here. And so I've had opportunity to do that.
Love it, love it, love it. So how long has it been since you've been here in Atlanta with your practice?
We opened the practice June of 2025.
Oh, wow. So when I met you,
yes,
you were brand new.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Because that was the summer of 2025.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So how has it been, opening up a new practice, getting new patients, and, just kind of building from there, especially on the kids front?
Yeah, it's been great overall. We've been received well by people like yourself and people in the community. And so it's really just been like a grind or a hustle, however you want to say it, of making sure that we put ourselves in position to be seen, to meet the needs of the community. So we've done a lot of partnerships with schools and daycares and preschools to put ourselves out there, and different volunteer activities. So it's been fun. It's been a little grind, but it's been a great experience so far.
Right. Now, February is National Children's Dental Health Month.
Yes.
Because you mentioned that to me when me and Sage came.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about the National Children's Dental Health Month.
Yes. So February, on top of it being Black History Month, second
shout,
to that.
Shout out to Black History Month.
It is Children's Dental Health Month. And that was really initially started and helped taken off by the American Dental Association due to the number one reason that children actually miss school is due to dental pain or dental decay.
Really?
Yes. And so with that, we saw there were a lack of resources for children having dental care or parents not knowledgeable and when to bring their child to the dentist. And so February is really about us getting in front of as many children or in the community as well as we can. I myself have had a chance to visit 6 preschools this month. So we've really been out there. But it's really about educating and getting the public to know how important dental health care is and how that will affect the child's education, their day-to-day overall health.
Right, yeah. Now, when I brought Sage in, it was very important for me to make sure that he has a really good experience, because I feel like when people go to the dentist, if you don't have that good experience that first time, you scared
forever. Yes.
As many stories have I seen. Like, why do you think that's the case?
I think because people don't introduce them to the dentist early enough or understand exactly, especially my specialty of being a pediatric dentist. We are different than a general dentist. We spend additional training in school to make the child comfortable and make sure we understand behavior and to meet their needs. And so I think people not knowing what a pediatric dentist is or when to take their child to a dentist. And so really our role is to make sure we introduce oral health care early, but make sure the 2, 3, 4-year-old is not the 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old who never wants to see a dentist. So
right.
That's why we're here. I always joke that we do the Lord's work as pediatric dentists because we're out here changing lives and kind of changing the narrative of what dentistry can be for children.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just tuning in, we are talking to Dr. Tam. She is the owner of Tiny Roots Pediatric Dental Studio. It is Black History Month, Dr. Tam. So tell us about the significance and the importance of being a Black dentist because, we're in Wakanda day there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if there's still as prevalent an amount of Black dentistries. Like, I don't know if there's like a Black dentist network or something like that or anything like that. So tell us about why it's important as a Black dentist to be doing the work that you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yes, Atlanta is a true Wakanda because there are, I would say, quite a few Black dentists here, but overall, nationally, we only make up 3% of the profession. And Black male dentists only make up 1% of the profession. So there is a true shortage. And so even though you may have a good pocket of us here in Atlanta, overall, there's still a bit discrepancy. And so definitely having a provider who looks like you, understands you, culturally aware, there are some things that you'll feel more comfortable. And so I think you will feel more kind of empowered to advocate for yourself, take care of yourself because you can relate to your provider.
That's awesome.
No, I 100% agree. I actually just put on Threads as we were walking into Black History Month, and I realized that the way I'm setting up the life for me and my son is like we have my dentist is Black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has a black pediatric dentist. His pediatrician is black. My esthetician is black. My dermatologist is black. My gynecologist is black.
Same. I'm like,
and
it's
I
so
just
important.
feel really good and that we're able to do that, and Atlanta is a place to be, because I was actually talking to my friend in Texas, and she's not able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're having a conversation where she was like, I want you to move out here. And I was like, girl, I don't know. Because the way I've been setting up, my team here in Atlanta, it feels like it's easier to do here than it is anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Just because of what Atlanta is. Now, why do you think it's such a low percentage of black dentists? Why is that not a profession that, they really look to go into?
So just in general, I think black students weren't really pushed into the field of STEM. And so now you see across the board, it's a big STEM, which I really advocate for. And so I think just lack of representation is always important. If you don't have that representation, if you never see it, you don't think you can ever be it. And so I think with already the low numbers, without having that representation, you're going to kind of see those numbers never grow. And so, it's really important, like yourself, where people go out their way to find a black provider for their children, to see those examples really, really early. Because if you don't see it, you don't know what you could ever become.
Right.
So what made you say, like, I want to start my own thing?
So kind of to your point, private equity had kind of come in and taken over in medicine, and it's trying real hard at dentistry, but there's still quite a few private owners, but not a lot of black private owners. And it was really important to me because you get to practice dentistry the way you want to and be the example, and run your practice what you see, which is best for your patients, and lead with patient care. Sometimes in those larger practices, it's not about patient care, it's about numbers over care for your patients. And so that's where a private practice really sets you apart. So I always tell everyone, if you have an opportunity to seek a dental provider, always do your research and make sure it's a privately owned practice. It makes a big difference. You can tell it from front to back, the experience that you would have. And then kind of more personal for me, my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, we were originally from South Georgia, traditional family farmers. He acquired a lot of land. And he really just taught the lesson that, ownership is key. And so I truly do believe ownership is key to kind of freedom, that kind of can be, you can take it and run with it in multiple ways. But for especially as a black community, ownership is key. And just kind of having something that you can control and kind of control your own fate and destiny really makes a big difference, kind of where your future. And I wanted to control my own future.
Period. As you should. We should all want to control that.
Facts.
Now, one thing, since I've found you, first of all, I found her at the ice cream festival.
Yes.
Okay.
We were everywhere. Yes.
I found her at the ice cream festival. We was walking by and Sage was chomping on that ice cream. And I was like, I need to take her to a dentist. And we talked from there. But since following you, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram. I've noticed that with certain trends and things that happen, you actually collaborate with other studios or other offices. How has that been, collaborating with even if they're black owned or not black owned? I think I've noticed, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. That you've been collaborating and doing trends. How easy has it been to do that? And because I just feel like, as we talked off air, it's such a small industry for pediatric dentistry. Instead of being competition, you are collaborating with everybody. So how has that been?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Actually, kind of to your last question, with those of us that are private owners, we see the day highs and lows, and so we definitely have a lot that we can relate on. And versus being competition, it's better to collaborate, and we can ask questions to one another and both, grow our practices individually, but collectively be a better service to the greater Atlanta community. And so we definitely find it a lot easier to work together. It allows for better visibility for all practices. We may meet people who may be over in Ackworth, and we can say, hey, go to this office. And so really we can offer more access to care, actually, because we have a larger network. So it's actually been very positive. Had some really great mentors who set a good example of she and some other practices that are all kind of similar or near each other, I should say, and how they just really collaborated and worked well with each other, and it was beneficial for all parties. And so wanting to follow suit and just being a good neighbor, it goes a long way.
I love to hear that, especially in the Black community, because I think that's something that it's unfortunate. You know, as you said off air, crabs in a barrel. We like to pull each other down to try to get up to the top. So I love to hear that, and I hope that just setting that example will be for the ones to come afterwards.
Exactly,
and for those who are noticing it, because I see it on social
people
media.
Respond well to it. I will say that.
Good.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we are talking to Dr. Tam. She's the owner of Tiny Roots Pediatric Dental Studio. Doc, if you have some parents out there who want to get their child into a dentistry, but they might have some reservations, or they might not know where to find you, or how to get in contact with you, or anything like that, what would you tell them?
Well, you all can find us on all social media platforms. Definitely just a simple Google search as well. Again, the name of the practice is Tiny Roots, but we are on Instagram, TikTok. TikTok loves us, and you'll see a lot of our content on TikTok, even Facebook as well. And so just typing in Tiny Roots will be, there by phone. You can reach us at any time, and we'll respond really quickly. We pride ourselves on being swift with communication and very responsive. So if you reach out to us, we'll be sure to get you in the right place and get you all to us, hopefully.
How'd you even get the name Tiny Roots?
So because I am the 10th dentist in my family, kind of my family's back history and agriculture, and then obviously the word root being with dentistry, kind of double entendre there, playing on my family history and my family's background, and then me being the 10th dentist. So kind of took pieces of that to come up with a name, and also, being the root, being the foundation. That's kind of what pediatric dentistry is. We are the foundation, the start of dentistry for most people. And so if you lay a great foundation, you have a great roots, you will have hopefully a pleasant experience with your oral health.
That's awesome.
Now, before we get you to go, before we left our dentist appointment, you gave us some, and you've been putting on social media too, like some little tips and tricks about what to feed your child as far as what affects their teeth. Give us some tips for, we're dealing with our kids' teeth, because I have a 4-year-old, and I'm going to be honest with you, Sage is totally okay with me brushing his teeth right now. And I'm totally, as they become toddlers or as they get older, you kind of want them to do their own independent thing. Brushing that teeth, dog, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm okay. But I know, like, we came and saw you, like, around Halloween or something like that. Or maybe before then, and you were like, chocolate is good, but the sticky candies are not. Like, so let us know some certain tips that you can still feed the kids, but don't just be considerate of the teeth.
Because everything is about moderation. We want to be practical. We want to be, real world. You will never hear me say no candy, no treats, but everything within moderation. So especially we're in, like, this candy holiday season. We just, finished Valentine's Day. We have Easter coming. And so just something practical when it comes to sweet treats for your kids. Chocolate is a lot better than sticky things. And so if your child wants a Reese's or Hershey's Kiss versus a Starburst, that is a win. Let them have it. Also, them snacking and having water with it versus just snacking and not having anything to eat with or drink with it. When they're drinking, their mouth is kind of naturally going through a cleansing process. And then for my parents who are in that toddler stage, when they try to, like, win the battle and kind of stress my parents out, I always say just brush your teeth at night. Don't worry about the morning. If you can get a good routine going at nighttime where they're at least going to bed with a clean mouth, that will save you a lot of problems to come. So I would say just focus on the things that are manageable. Even our parents the little ones where they are thumb suckers or pacifiers, sometimes we choose peace over, and so if they are still with that thumb habit or pacifier, let them have it. But we usually say try to wean them off of that by the age of 3 at the latest. So it won't affect their mouth negatively. So just trying to make things easy and incorporating your day-to-day life versus making it so restrictive makes it a lot easier.
I got one more thing because it literally just popped up in my head. So recently on Threads, there was a post that somebody put up there and said, how are y'all dealing with y'all toddler's breath being rank? Like, and it was like, when is it time that I can give them Colgate and they don't got to still
I think I saw that somebody said, stop with the fruity toothpaste.
Stop the fruity watermelon bubblegum toothpaste. When can I give my kid Colgate? And I seen some people in there say, like, as young as 2 years old.
Yeah, you actually can. So you can give it to them because the key is using the correct amount. So for children 3 and younger, you're only supposed to use a rice grain amount of toothpaste. So I mean a slither. So if you're using the correct amount, they can use the same toothpaste that you all use. So the whole family can use the same toothpaste as long as you're using the correct amount. If they're 3 and older, we only want you to use a pea-sized amount. So if our parents want to get them with the fresh mint breath, feel free to use it. Just use the correct amount for me because they can't rinse and spit properly. And we know they're going to ingest it. So 3 and under, a rice grain amount. 3 and older, a pea size amount.
I'm gonna try that. Sage thinks it's spicy. He like it's spicy.
Yeah, if it's
I don't want it.
spicy.
Yeah, he don't want it. So, but he know how to rinse and he know how to spit. That's his favorite part of the day when it comes down to brushing teeth. So, but Dr. Tam, thank you so much for coming and speaking with us. Again, let us know your website, social media, phone number, all that.
Okay, yes. Thank y'all so much for having me. The name of the practice is Tiny Roots Pediatric Dental Studio. Our phone number is 404-750-4442. Our website is tinyrootsdentistry.com. Our Instagram is Tiny Roots Dentistry. Our TikTok is Tiny Roots Dentistry. So you can find us on there. So give us a call and we'll love to have your family.